Okay. Now, they wanted me to talk to you today about wills. They wanted me to talk with you about how you create a will, why I think you should have a will, why it's important, and what happens. We all have some money, some reserve that we want to make sure go to the people that we wanted to go to. Primarily, that's our children, their children, whoever it is. But we want to make sure that it goes to the place that we wanted to go to. Well, that's one way that you can make sure that that happens, and that is to draw up a will. A will is just a plan for what you want to do with your assets after you die, right? Okay. Now, sometimes people get confused between a will and a power of attorney. You all know the difference between a will and a power of attorney? A power of attorney basically is saying, if something happens to me while I'm alive, I want this person to take care of that for me while I'm alive, okay? Let's say if it's a financial power of attorney or it's a durable power of attorney for health. Okay, those two things. Financial power of attorney, durable power of attorney for health. If I'm alive and I'm not able to take care of my finances, then I can draw up a power of attorney and say I want this person to take care of my finances until I die. Or I want this person to decide what's going to happen with my health until I die. That's what a power of attorney is, okay? Some people talk about a living will. A living will is a document that basically says, here's what I want this person to be able to do. If I'm in my deathbed, I want this person to decide whether to pull a plug on me or to try to keep me alive, or how I want them to handle that if I'm about to pass away and I can't make that decision for myself. That's what they say when they talk about a living will, okay? Just those three things there. Okay. Now, a regular will tells people to do with my assets after I'm gone. Power of attorney before I go, a will after I go, okay? Everybody understands the difference? Okay, so if you want a will, first of all, it has to be in writing. I have to get it in writing. And in my will, I want to name a person who is my executor, okay? For women, they used to use the word executrix. I don't know if you ever heard that term, executrix for women, but for executor for men, or an administrator. You can call them that if you want to. But that's the person that you designate to handle your will after you pass on, okay? I want Bob Jones, or I want my wife Mary to be my executor, okay? You name that person. Then you say, and I recommend this, that you name a second person. In case my wife predeceases me, in case she dies before I do, then I want Bob Smith to be my executor. You name another person, because what happens if you two are in an automobile accident together and she dies when you do? Then you want to have another person that's named who then can step in and take care of your assets for you, okay? So you name your executor, then you name a contingent executor to step into place of that person. Okay, that takes care of that. All right, then you want to name in your will, what powers do I give my executor? I want my executor to be able to take care of my bank accounts. I want them to take care of my cemetery plot for me. I want them to be able to sell my house for me. You want to name these things in the will, and you want to also say whether you want to pay the executor for doing that or you don't want to pay them. I want my executor to be paid this amount of money for managing my will, or I don't want to pay my executor for this amount of money. Sometimes you don't if it's a relative of yours you don't pay them. All right. Now, after you name your executor and get that laid out, you want to then draw up, where do I want my assets to go? I want my house to go to my wife, Mary. I want the 1957 Buick convertible to go to my grandson. I want my bank account at First National Bank to go to whoever you wanted to go to. I want to leave the church this amount of money, you know? You want to name all of these things. I want my gold necklace to go to this person. I want my bracelet to go to this person. I want my guns to go to this person. I want the cows to go to this person. Whatever you want, you name that, you lay it out, and you tell us who you want to get what, okay? All right. In some cases, some people have spelled out, I don't want my son, Jimmy, to get any of my money. Now, sometimes you don't, you know, because Jimmy has been robbing banks or whatever he's been doing, using drugs. And so they just spell that out. I don't want him to get anything under any circumstance. All right. Now, once you get that part of it laid out, You sign it, you sign your will, and you have to have two witnesses. Two people have to witness you signing that document, okay? Then they sign the document and put their name and address on it, okay? And then you take these documents. Some people will ask me, well, do I need to file that at the courthouse? No, you don't file wills at the courthouse. What you want to do, you want to send a copy and put it in your safe deposit box. You want to put one underneath your bed or wherever you want it. You want to give one to the executor if that's where you want it to go. You want to put one with your banker. But you don't have to file this at the courthouse. You just write it up, you sign it, you have your witnesses sign it, you give a copy to your safe deposit box underneath the bed, to your executor, wherever you want to put it, but you don't have to file it at the court. And the beautiful thing about wills is that you can change your mind every day if you want to. You can take that one out, tear it up, and write another one. Because you're mad with Mary this week because she didn't get what you wanted to do. So she ain't getting nothing this week. So you just write another one, okay? And then tear that other one up and then you start all over again. But that's the beauty of it. I recommend that everybody takes the time to do that. Okay, everybody should sit down and do a will, because if you don't, you're going to be disappointed, your family's going to be disappointed, and there's going to be a lot of fighting going on in your family. About, Mama wanted me to get the house. You know, Mama didn't really want you to get the house. She told me, she just told you that because she wanted you not to be angry. So you have to make sure you have that will so you don't have that fighting going on. Now, once you die, Mama dies, what you have to do is take the will and you go to the probate court. And I don't know if you know where the probate court is in McDonough, but there's a court on Sims Street, 99 Sims Street. That's where the probate court is. And you take it over there and you take your will, and they will give you some papers to fill out, and then the executive does what they're supposed to do. The will says that you got the house, you got the car, okay, and then you file a paper telling the judge, Your Honor, I've done everything that Mama wanted me to do, everything has been done. The judge will check it, make sure everything is right, and then issue a letter of testamentary, they call it. A letter of testamentary, and once that letter of testamentary is issued, that means everything that Mama wants done has been done, and we're done. That's how you do that. So, do a will, because if you don't, you're going to regret it.